bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Watch tight end. Hey. Taco. Quick edge. Go. Sponge.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Tim Williams makes the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go read option with Wilson. On third down, Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here's Murray. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's get the ball. 59 Mike, 59.
Murray now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's got his target. That's Moore. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. A first down carry by Elliott. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown! A big play there. His The second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 3rd down, Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. That good for 19 and a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. I'll go special. I'll go special.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Check 50. Check 50.
Switch. 66. Pull it.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away.
First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
they don't want to go out and punt it away again.
It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. First down, Murray taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's checking. He goes. He's checking. Crash.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike 52, come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, Mike.
To throw on third down. Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
40. We got the green.
Here's Wilson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's third down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Catanzaro's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. All day. Switch it.
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pull it together. Check. Off.
Mike 55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, keep it up.
Mike 55.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go read option with Wilson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Screen 80! 40 the mark, 40 the mark. You don't want that. Pick up screen 80.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. Finding room at the 30. 18 yards and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up.
This is Elliott. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Keep playing hard.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big run that time by Elliott. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
He's coming.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Murray now, third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he leaped over him. Had a little bit of daylight. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Here's Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Back now in Los Angeles as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, Grant. And some room to work. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Campbell making the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Murray. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Murray. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
55, mark, guys, 55. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Cut, cut, cut. Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. That's what I do.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go. Here we go again. Lil. Watch this. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hey, check Mike. Check.
Yo.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray to air it out again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mark 55, Mark 55. Come off the ball, Hart.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Bang, 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 bang. Check them. One flip. Check Mike 40, check Mike 40.
Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Ready? Come on, set, 8, read. Strong right.
Go, go, go.
5. Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
Let's go, D.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for L.A. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.